Alright guys, Supreme Kami here. So we are going to be taking a look at our first extreme limited banner, the Nightingale. So I'm just going to do my per usual, should you guys summon on this banner or not. This one is going to be a simple one because we only have the mobile suit itself. We do not have a coexistent pilot along. So quite rare, honestly, you know, being a charge unit, not having a charge assassinable, that is definitely something that's questionable. But anyways, should you guys summon on this banner, so let's first kind of take a look at the overall animation. The overall animation kind of give you that zigzag, you know, really speedy unit coming into the front line, and then just raining down that large beam rifle on you. So as far as animation wise, I mean, like, I'm just gonna give it like a positive C. I don't know. I feel like the animation is so similar to the Gato's Rip Dom that I don't know. I feel a little bit reserved on the animation. I don't really think it's good. So besides that, you guys let me know how you guys rate the animation, mid or good. You guys let me know. Alright, so now we're going to do a little bit of the analysis of this unit. So this one's going to work really good in land, space, underwater, not so really. But we don't really have a whole lot of fighting like scenes that are in the underwater, so I think for the most part this unit is pretty good. This unit is a green. Okay, I guess I mean, why not more green unit to kind of fill out that roster. This one is a green and a front raid unit, so this unit, as far as what we are going to be looking at, not going to be the same thing as the Gato, because Gato's Rip Down is more like a tank unit. But as far as this one, we do care about the HP, we do care about the defense, because like I said again, this one is a frontline unit, so pretty much you would this unit would take a lot of hits, so most of the time this unit may or may not be in a brink of dying. So as far as the kit itself, what we are looking for in this one and any other, you know, raid unit, is definitely something that has to do with its own survivability, either having the ability to guard, evade, or something that kind of make the enemy not hit you as much or something like that. You have to be able to stall the enemy pretty much. So this kit does actually have it, so we'll kind of go down the list of what we have. So starting off with the EX skill, or even before talking about EX skill, kind of keep that in mind. Everything that you guys are looking at are inflated to the maximum stats. So if you guys do only pull one copy, you guys may not see the same result immediately without ascension or upgrading or just having more copies. So EX skill, pretty good. Is gonna deal damage to all enemy to 406% at the current level 5 state, and also does provide increased beam damage by 30% to your ally for 20 seconds. So right away, I'm gonna put this unit at a positive rating, just because this one is a unit that is able to provide. So I love that. So I think moving forward, we definitely do love to see, or we will be seeing a lot more unit that does similar things, providing XYZ tangible things to your allies. So these are good. So this one will forever be a good, at least if you are trying to fill out your 6 slot for a green mono green team. This one obviously will have a slot depending on the weaponry that unit is running. So this one is going to be good for beam, but if you're talking about someone that is physical, it may not fit too well. So let's say you want to run this one next to the free-to-play Zaku 2 Shin Mazunaga. Sorry, that one's a physical only, so it may not work out as well. But overall, it's still a very positive thing to be looking at, providing buffs. Secondly, the Transcendent skill. So the Transcendent skill is where it's going to get a little bit more controversial, because it looks cool, right? But you're not really able to access it without one or two things at the moment: the rainbow coins, where you are able to fully upgrade it. Secondly, if you are able to get a few dupes, you are able to transcend without any cost. So I think right now, if you guys are looking at the overall state of the game, we just don't have the necessarily resources. So this is going to be something, until we are able to get a stable supply of, you are going to look at the Transcendent skill, and it's just going to be something that you cannot use. So that's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Because I remember back then when we had this, we never had the Transcendent skill right away at the game, right? So it was not something that was permanently implemented right at the get-go. So I think they definitely messed up, right? Like for global version, I think they definitely did mess up a little bit by not providing a feasible way of getting that coin, because a lot of the really good things actually come from the transcendent skill, which we'll talk about, that will make this unit, the quote-unquote survivability gets better. Accuracy gets better on the first transcendent upgrade, so after you upgrade that one, a little tiny star, that gets better. Increased proximity damage, since this one is going to be doing on like down below, doing proximity. I think that's the only one, right? And then this one being attacking all. You want to be able to spread your damage throughout, so that is nice, right? This one, the ability to guard rate increased by 20%. That's where this unit is gonna gain, a little bit of the survivability, so not gonna be a glass cannon, right? So it's gonna log into level 3, or I don't know if it's gonna be on the 3rd transcendent, for example, or maybe 3rd or 4th, but the point is, this is a very intensive heavy unit, or investment heavy unit. So if you're like a free to play, for example, right from the get-go, this is not going to be something you can get. So this is going to be a waste, pretty much, or not really a waste. It's just it's there but not there at the same time. On the last ascension, so pretty much once you have this unit at 5 stars for the transcendent skill, on guarding, you are for 10 seconds you get better accuracy. So a lot of the perks, a lot of the survivability comes from the transcendent skill, which pretty much 90% of the players are not going to be able to access to or access to. That's a shame. Where this is going to put this unit in a very dire situation where it's just going to go up, hit the enemy, and immediately dies, because that's how it is. You guys probably noticed by playing the Zaku 2, he died pretty often if you are running a group of mobs, because being a frontline unit, you just don't have that coverage. So it's kind of unfortunate, but you guys can definitely solve this issue by running another frontline unit that is more like a tankier unit, a unit that's able to do some sort of debuffs, healing. Then there you go. But at the time being, I don't really think we have a whole lot of those options, so that's right away gonna be out of the question. Skill 2 is pretty simple, just increasing beam damage, and then skill 1, excuse me, and that's for skill 2. On guard, you do heal, but the thing is, if you don't have that increased guard rate, this is gonna be really hard to get up. So yeah, so a lot of things that they're doing went into this, which is kind of unfortunate. So I don't know, but overall, I think if you guys are planning to summon on the Nightingale, it's still not a bad idea, because of the fact that Nightingale is actually a unit that we never has seen a return as of yet, or I mean like a second iteration. So if you guys are like a Nightingale fans, or maybe you guys love Mubusu that is piloted by Charles Aznavour, definitely go for it, because we just don't have another one. So this is like the one and only one right now, and being the first banner, you guys might think it's kind of mid, there's not a lot of things going on, but like I'm gonna say many times, this game doesn't really have like a specific meta. Play things that you like, and then that's how you enjoy the game. So let me do quickly transition over to the website, as I have pulled out a few things for you guys. So I did filter out things by the assault or the raid unit so far. So you guys can see that green unit definitely isn't a color that is truly represented throughout, I guess, in a way. These two are free to play, so I'm just gonna exclude them for the time being. Even this one is kind of quote-unquote better. So what is the difference? Like, why are some of them better, and why is Nightingale's rated low for the time being? So let's take a look at this one, Galagoo, or I don't think it's Galagoo, but anyways, let's take a look at this one. What does this one do? And this one reduces speed of the ally or the target enemy by 76%. So this is some of the tangible stuff, as a frontline unit could be doing to make yourself survive. So this is all for survivability, honestly. So you have that, and then you have increased EXQ gauge. Like, hello, that's Pog. So that's directly gonna be feeding into this one. So this is gonna be able to get up pretty quick. So we're not even gonna be taking a look at the transcendent skill, because that's kind of pointless at the time being pretty much locked away. Yeah, so that's pretty much all it takes. You know, just doing good damage. But this one being a aqua type unit is not gonna be doing too well in space, unfortunately, because we just don't have a lot of underwater. So I don't know why they rate this. Oh, they didn't rate this unit too high, but this one shouldn't be that high up the list, because without this right here, like, I think they're just rating everything as a whole, like the sub skill, the transcendent skill, which, I mean, I get they're good, but if you're talking about accessibility, like, not a lot of people are going to be able to upgrade these on the spot. So Banshee, this one is a standard unit if I recall correctly, and they are something in here that makes this unit actually pretty good. I think first and foremost we have the recovery of HP, max HP of 45%. So that's nice. All right. That's the only thing. I don't think there's anything else. If you include this one, then obviously it's good. Then Nightingale would be really good as well. But we kind of want to ignore it for the time being. But that's pretty good. I give it that. Definitely give it that. The next one, this is a standard unit. So this is one of the more newer one. I want to say the Hakashiki. I actually did pull on the JP version myself. Okay, I was about to say this is not a limited banner. I was about to say, yeah, no, because I pulled it off from like a single or something like that. This one is on target, inflict a stun, yeah, for 6 seconds. But you do reduce your defense, for example. So obviously that's not good. Evasive, but transcendent skill, unfortunately, recover. So yeah, so those are some tangible stuff to expect, but I'm not gonna say don't summon in it because we have better stuff, because you have to wait. So that's why either pull on things you like, so skip it in total, wait for things you like. For example, the Banshee, like this one for example, will come up eventually, right? Or this one, it's through a Banshee, but it's not the quote unquote limited one. It's through a Banshee. Maybe you like Banshee, go for Banshee, for example, or you like something like this, a little bit of Xeon stuff. You can go for that. But I don't want to always say in early game don't summon, because it's kind of pointless if you don't summon. If you don't have your account, you know, up and running, it's just not gonna be fun, because you're not gonna be clearing events. It's just not gonna be cool. The unicorn, this one is the NTD one. This one transforms into I think this one actually does activate into the green cycle frame version of it, or the blue green, whatever, however you want to call it. This one is just good. There's a lot going on, supporting, giving yourself that super the awakened state. The awakened state is actually busted. Yeah, this thing is crazy. What else does this one actually does? Increase, recover EXP when invading. So increase evading skills like by 30%. Yeah, that's good. It's only for 20 seconds, so this is not going to be conducive to like longer fighting style, but it's still good. It's still good, you know. For that first 20 seconds, it's still something nice to have, right? So we have that. This one is obviously going to be better, right? And then this one is the stats. So I think that's going to be pretty much it as far as how I feel about the Nightingale. I think it's still an amazing unit, regardless of what we see from the JP version. Like just a few of those examples, I think it's still a valid example. Just don't focus too much on the meta. Nightingale is still going to be a phenomenal support regardless. So I think you guys should definitely at least do a few multi if you guys do have some diamond left over. But other than that, the next limited banner should be a new Gundam. I actually do have a way to see what is the next limited banner unit from looking at the JP account. So I think shortly after, I will definitely do a list of what is going to be upcoming, so you guys are fully aware what to summon for. Not necessarily for the meta, but summon for things you like. But other than that, that's going to be pretty much it for me. I think I have talked long enough for just one unit itself, but hopefully you guys can make a right decision that fits your own need, budget, or whatever you're going to do. And I'll be catching you guys on the next one.